Okay, just wanted to do a quick material list. So what you're gonna need is you're gonna need two 2x4x8 treated. You're going to need, let's see, 1, 2, and 3 2x4x8s, and you're gonna need 1 2x6x8. If you're going to do 3 of these bases, then you could get a 12 footer, 2x6x12, and you'll rip that down to 5. And then you will need 1 sheet of 3/8 plywood, the cheaper stuff, not the sanded, so it should be around $15. And then 1 sheet of the 3/4 inch plywood. That is not the good stuff as well. Should be around $30. And then you'll need 1 inch 4x8 sheet of 1 inch foam for the lid. And you will need 3/4 by 3.5. It's actually, I guess, technically called a 1x4. Right here, just the regular, not finished grade, not premium. If they're standing up straight, don't get them. They're the ones that are just with the rest of the lumber. And you'll need about probably 4 of those for each one, plus going into the boxes and stuff like that. So I had about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so I used, yeah, so you need about 4 of those roughly. And then you'll need 2.5 inch screws for this. And then you'll need inch, and ideally 1.25 inches if you can get it, for these staples that using for everywhere. If you can't, just use 1.5 inches. Just be careful because they come through. You have to do them at an angle sometimes. If you're putting 2 things together, like on this right here, sometimes they'll come through a little bit. Try to do it at an angle. And then, like on all this stuff, you'll use the 1 inch staples. And then, if you wanted to use smaller screws, let's see, you could use 1.25 inch screws is what you would need if you wanted to use screws instead of staples, which is probably a good idea. I may do that on the rest of mine. Just put some screws in here, and I believe that is it. You should have everything you need to build the base, and then you'll need more for the boxes. Let's see, that will build you the 3/8 plywood. Will do all your bottom boards, and it will do the next piece actually goes, the spare piece goes right there on the bottom side of your lid, so it works out really good that way. And then so for the 3/4 plywood, I have 1 sheet that I used today, and that is what I have left. So I've got enough for about 1, 2, 3 more boxes basically. So I've done all of this. Of course, I used some that I had, so I could almost do the 4 bottom boxes and 4 more boxes on top with 1 sheet of the 3/4 plywood. And I did this lid with that sheet too. So I could probably do 3 more lid tops. 1, 2, 3, and I'd have just a little bit left. Or I could do 3 more boxes and not have the lids. So you can kind of tell what it'll take to get that done. And then I just made this 2-inch spacer. It's basically the same as a little box, exactly the same, just really short and small, because my nuke frames are going to be this size. I got this from the guy I'm getting the nukes from. So I'm going to put these in here, and then later I will work them out, but I will continue to use these when I rear queens. I will be taking a frame and I will be putting a frame in this way. Might have to modify it a little bit, but that's where I'm going to raise my queens, like so. So this will go down in, she'll lay the eggs in there, and then I'll take it out and put it in this way, in this 2-inch spacer, and for the bees to raise queens. Alright, well, that should get you going. Let me see. Make sure this is 3/4 of an inch right here, because when this overlaps, it's going to come down on it 3/4 of an inch. And then this notch, this is a continuous plywood piece right here. So this notch right here is a 2x2 cut out of the plywood. Again, those are 2x3, and this is 3x3.5 cut out of the plywood with the jigsaw. Let's see. You can tell the frames are a little bit loose, so I'll probably leave the empty space close to the entrance, just so more air can get up through the hive. Probably later, probably not on the first box, but over time these will fill in with wax and everything, and they'll only be able to fit 10 in here anyway, so this is the right spacing that they're supposed to be right here for 10 frames. The 14 3/4. So the inside of the box dimension 14 3/4 from there to there, and then from here the inside of this to the inside of that is 18 3/8. All right, over and out.